Happy Friday, everybody. It's Morning Mix.
On
Cliff
this fantastic
and
Friday.
And
yes,
fantastic
good morning.
Friday
Good
it is,
morning.
yes. Hope you're doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Are you okay?
You know what? We're getting through the week just fine. Thank you very much. Into what's going to be a gorgeous-looking weekend.
We just have to get through today.
Yeah. Little chance of rain?
Yeah, and I don't even think it's that much. So we'll have
know what?
Emily in with us in a bit to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that bad either, too. So much happening as well. I don't even know where to start. We have dogs in the studio.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a dog wedding. And you said there's nothing happening in Augusta. Yeah, well, there's plenty of that going as well, too. Plus, are you a fan of the 90s? You a fan of grunge music? Well, you're in luck because a big music fest happening tomorrow as well. We're going to tell you about that, too, and so much more.
Exactly, yep. And we'll tell you about a screening that's happening at the Lucy C. Laney Museum next Sunday. So we have the writer of that. So really a lot of things happening in the area. Again, you can't say nothing's happening because we prove you wrong every day.
Absolutely. Sometimes we amaze even ourselves.
That's right.
Let's go ahead and get started right on into it here today, see what's trending here. It's time to celebrate today. A very sweet and savory soul food favorite. Today is National Chicken and Waffles Day.
Yes.
Just saying the words just makes your stomach rumble. Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in Southern California founded the day in 2021, and now it is celebrated annually on October 20th. So what's not to love about this unique, tasty combination?
So good. So chicken and waffles is hearty, satisfying, sweet, and you can have it for breakfast, guess what, or dinner. The pairing has been around for more than 150 years. The meal was a staple of both African Americans and the Pennsylvania Dutch. No matter how you celebrate National Chicken and Waffles Day, be sure to invite a friend and use hashtag Chicken and Waffles Day on social media.
Not that we're calling anybody out, but I do know it's like Metro Diner down on Washington Road. They have pretty good chicken waffles. I will call them out. But you said there's another place as well, too, right?
Yes. Our friends over at Cafe on 8th, I've tried for the first time 2 months ago, maybe. And you just have to go for yourself. I can't even describe it. So, you know, it's not just your typical chicken and waffles. This man stuffs your waffle with the chicken. And I had greens in it, too. It's a stuffed waffle with chicken and greens. You can't beat that. So I told him one day we were going to have him on Morning Mix.
We're going to need
to. He seemed a little nervous about it, but I said, I'll give you some time, but just be ready for that phone call. And I still haven't called him yet, but you know who you are, and I'm going to call you soon. And I'm so sad I didn't know about Chicken and Waffles Day until an hour ago.
Every day could be Chicken and Waffles Day.
Because I would have loved to have you here. Yes. And speaking of Roscoe's, I've actually gone in California with my family.
Oh, really?
That line was so long. It's a popular spot. We waited outside for a bit. Definitely good. Check them out.
Well worth it.
Okay, listen to this. It's becoming increasingly cheaper to buy gas here in the U.S. AAA says the average price for a gallon of regular gas has dipped 8 cents. That's since last week. It's down 32 cents from a month ago. That's despite increased demand and decreased supply here in the U.S.
So one factor is that states are switching to the cheaper winter blends now. Another one is that cost of oil remains flat despite the war going on in Israel, too. AAA predicts oil and gas prices could rise if the fighting in the Middle East spreads. So nobody wants war, obviously, but let's keep these gas prices down, too, shall we?
Yes, that's very true.
All right, calling all serial snoozers. I like this one. Don't feel bad about your morning habit. New studies say snoozing your alarm can actually be beneficial. A new report published in the Journal of Sleep Research on Wednesday found that briefly snoozing, hitting that snooze bar, is healthier compared to waking up after the first alarm going off. The research found that brief snooze periods can help against mood decline, improve your cognitive functioning, and alleviate sleep inertia. The study, which was conducted on adults, found that most snoozers are younger and not morning people. Figures. They also sleep an average of about 13 minutes less on work days than people who never snooze.
Okay, so in the end, the exact amount of sleep we actually need is not an exact science. Research done by the American College of Cardiology indicated that the recommended amount of sleep needed is 7 to 8 hours. The CDC says that more than a third of people in the U.S. do not get consistent sleep.
You know, we've talked about that before. I probably get an average of about 5 to 6, maybe.
Sure, I agree.
That you? Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Do the math. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
5 to 6.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But I do hit that snooze alarm, probably sometimes a little too much. That leads us
Me
to our
too.
social question as well. How many times do you hit the snooze button? This will be an interesting one. I'll hit it once, maybe twice. I didn't hit it this morning, but I have a feeling some people are going to go 3-4 times, at least.
That's me.
Yeah?
At least.
Yep.
At least 3. If I hit 4, yeah, I'm pushing it a bit. Okay.
Tell us those numbers. Facebook page, it's Morning Mix WRDW, and we'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Let us know. And how many alarms do you have? I have 2. I have an actual alarm. We'll always have an alarm. I cannot rely on my phone. I do not trust phones. But then I also have my phone. So 2. And they're like 5 minutes apart. And I snooze on both of them. So if you want to count that.
I just want to get the old-fashioned
times.
alarm clock, just where you hit
Me
it.
too,
Yeah. With the bells and the clankers. And
Oh, okay.
that'll
I don't
wake you
believe
up.
it. Okay, listen to this. You'll soon be able to check out a free movie screening at the Lucy C. Laney Museum of Black History titled Bloom. And it's written and directed by a local woman. We're going to talk to her next. Hey, welcome back to Morning Mix. An introverted teenager and her outspoken best friend discover themselves as their already rocky relationship comes to a boiling head-on. The hottest, most boring day of summer back in 2004.
That's right. That's a snippet from the film titled Bloom. It was written and directed by Chandrea Evans, who is from Augusta, and she joins us now here in the Mix studio with more on the film and how you can watch it yourself. Hey, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us here. This is really cool. Bloom free movie screening that's going on. Before we get to the film, let's talk about where's your passion and where the love for writing came from.
Yeah, so actually I am an alum of the Augusta Mini Theater and Davidson Fine Arts, so I really grew up immersed in writing and acting and directing. And the Butlers wrote and direct the plays that I acted in as a kid, so just seeing these 2 people write stories about the communities they were from that I saw, it was a real inspiration for me. And so I saw that they did it, and so I realized that I could too.
And now you're here bringing it to screens across the U.S., really, not just here in your hometown of Augusta, but people will be able to watch this at Lucy C. Laney Museum next Sunday. That's the 29th. Tell us a little bit about it and where the idea for the film came from.
Yeah, again, so as a screenwriter, you're told to write what you know, and so I have a deep love for my community here in Augusta. And so I won a film grant from Film Impact Georgia to create this story, and so I decided to write a story that was close to home about a little breakup that happened to me as a teenager. And so I'm glad that I had the opportunity to actually film it here.
And so what key message would you like viewers to take away from watching your film?
Yes, I would like viewers to be reminded that Black girlhood is sacred and it's important for them to bloom. That's where the title came from, and just the importance of friendship and community.
And the neat thing about this screening is that, of course, you're going to be in attendance, but some of the cast members will too. So after people get to watch it next Sunday, you'll get to have a discussion. What message do you want to send to young girls at home that are watching that aspire to get into the film industry? Because it's something that might not always be easy, for everyone.
Yeah, I would encourage young women, girls to, like I did, write what you know and call on your community to help you create the stories that you want to see. If I can do it, so can you. I'm right here from Augusta, and I was able to create a film, and hopefully you'll see that we have some students from Davidson who are actually starring in the film. And so the next time we shoot something, be sure to audition, and you can see yourself on screen as well.
And I love the fact she's just flown in from L.A. We just talked about this a second ago. There's got a screening here in Augusta. You've done one in New York already with this.
Yes.
And you've also got another screening happening soon too, right?
Right, I have one in Charlotte that's next Friday. It'll be at 7 p.m. So if we have any people who are in the Charlotte area, be sure to come out.
All right.
That's really exciting. So what has the reaction been like so far from viewers that have watched your movie?
Oh, it has been a great reception. People have come up to me and said how it's so nostalgic, from the costume design to the hair and makeup. It takes them right back to the summer of 2004. So
Definitely want to check this out. It's going to be the 29th again at Lucy Craft Laney Museum of Black History, and it's Bloom, the free film screening. You can check that out. And once again, we have director Chandra Evans. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank y'all for having
Have
me.
a great time at the screening.
Thank you for coming.
Let's check again now with First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton. We're going into a pretty good looking weekend, but there's a little bit of chance of the wet stuff today.
Yeah, that's going to be falling from the sky. Going to see some wet stuff, and it's already looking a little bit dark out here. Here's our camera looking at I-20 here at the station. Started off though pretty warm this morning. We're right around 60 now, and picking up on some sun. Not the correct story. We're going to see that rainfall already moving into our more northern and western counties, but that's going to continue to track south and east. So Augusta, heads up, going to see some heavy rainfall, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder, but as of right now, it's really just looking like heavy rainfall for our area. Here's a little bit of a closer look for us. Again, Augusta, it is knocking on our door here. So probably within the next 15-20 minutes, we're going to see that rainfall move in. Good news is it's going to move in, maybe stick around for a little bit, but it's going to be out of our hair for the overnight hours. So Saturday looking beautiful, sunny and 75, a little bit on the breezier side. Sunday not looking bad either. And for the next 7 days, things are looking calm. Once we get through today, sunny, seasonable temperatures, maybe a few degrees below for the start of next week, but average high this time of year, those upper 70s. I mean, it's a really good forecast, I would say. I know we have the rain today, kind of stinks because it is Friday, but
Get it done now.
I
So you can
don't know
enjoy the
what
rest
else
of
to
the
It's not,
weekend.
it's not an all-day washout, so that's the good news. Yeah, so
Exactly.
let's just take it today so that Saturday and Sunday will shape up to be a good one. So
Yeah.
thanks, Emily. We appreciate it. And also, Cliff, where's your purple today?
I know.
just
Actually, not
noticing that.
purple. Well, purple, yeah.
You
you
did
were
not
gonna-
send me the memo. And,
Lavender.
yeah, well, okay, sorry. I'll find
Had
something
to,
real fast.
had to throw that out there just because we're really standing out
I know.
right now.
Anything I can grab? Not
Nah,
really.
there's
No,
nothing.
okay.
Okay,
Fine.
thanks.
So, a museum in the biggest city in the country is celebrating some of the world's smallest pieces of fine art. The collection includes works from dozens of artists who show that tiny things can still grab your attention.
Bradley Blackburn takes us for a tour.
It's a museum with figures who fit on a fly, where the canvas is a tiny leaf, artwork that could slip in a pocket but still conveys a life-size message.
Unbelievably artistic talent to be able to create these scenes in such a miniature way.
In the middle of the Big Apple, this is Small is Beautiful, a museum of miniature art that's one of the largest collections of its kind.
We have over 30 international artists. Some are from New York and some are from all around the world.
The exhibit of 130 pieces was inspired by a TikTok trend. Videos of incredibly small art can grab millions of views, but organizers thought it's the kind of thing best seen in person, so you can look closely, really closely.
Plenty of pieces here could fit on the tip of a pencil. These actually are micro sculptures that have been carved into the lead.
Some works need to be viewed under a magnifying glass, and the smallest actually fit in the eye of a needle. Micro sculptures by British artist David Linden have sold for tens of thousands of dollars.
It's like, how? This is what goes through your head through the whole exhibit.
This is the biggest piece then.
There are a few larger works, but all with minute detail. Some of the biggest fans of this art are those closer to its size.
I'm obsessed with tiny things.
Why?
I don't know, they're just so cute.
It really shows you that even small things can have a lot of meaning.
A museum that proves size isn't everything, and small can be powerful. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The size of a pinhead. You got to have a pretty steady hand to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with the guy, like, how, yeah. And you're questioning why, though, too.
Why?
Why is it so much money?
Thousands of dollars.
Yes, tens of thousands of dollars. Okay. The exhibit has also traveled to Paris and London. It'll be open in New York through December.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're traveling to New York, you want to check that out, hey, bring your glasses, though. So if your eyesight is not that
Bring your
great.
magnifying glasses.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might be squinting a lot, but interesting. Still ahead. Time to trade in the suit and tie for the flannel of the 90s grunge is back tomorrow at SRP Park with Flannel Fest, a 90s music festival. All the info on that coming up here on Morning Mix.
But first, we're going to check in with Lisa McCullum to see what's going on.
I figured I had to dress the part. I had red on red, and Molly yelled at me, so I was like, all right, I'm going to at least have to have the green jacket so people know where I'm coming from.
Welcome back to Morning Mix. All right, looks like it's going to be a perfect fall Saturday this weekend. And what better way to enjoy than to head to SRP Park, trade in the cardigan for your flannel,
Yes.
get back into your 90s grunge roots. It's Flannel Fest, a 90s Outfield Music Festival. It's starting at noon. We have Green Jackets Vice President and you, Dad, Tom Denlinger. He's with us with more info on the event. I see you came dressed for the occasion.
Hey, it's Flannel Fest. I had to wear flannel.
Yes.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Glad for joining us here. It's a cool event for music fans of the 90s that grew up all that time. So let's just talk briefly about what it is.
Well, really, we've been looking for fall content at SRP Park. Obviously, we have Green Jackets baseball, and then we're a year-round venue just looking for different ways to engage the community. And wanted to host a festival in the fall. Last year, we tried a chili cook-off concept, and this year we were with our corporate owners looking at festival. So here we are. We're having a 90s grunge festival. Starts at 12, goes to about 6. It'll be in the outfield, so you can bring your blankets, hang out. We'll have some inflatables if you bring your kids, just to be able to entertain them while it's going. But it's really just a fun time to enjoy music all afternoon long at SRP Park.
It's really a great venue too, and I actually attended that chili cook-off and I left really full too. I needed a nap afterwards. Okay, so this is a really neat idea. How did you even come up with this?
Well, really, like I said, we've been looking for fall content and really what engages the CSRA and doing some polling and different things like that. Festivals and things of that nature have really been popular. So it's just trying to find what the right niche is. And obviously this is one start on a kind of a tribute band concept, and we're kind of grow from here.
And we're talking 90s rock here, so let's talk about the music specifically that's going to be featured on for the event.
So there's 3 tribute bands. There's a Soundgarden, there's an Alice in Chains, and you can see on your screen there. And then the last one is the Pearl Jam Experience with Corduroy. So they're kind of the headliner of the group. They'll play for 90 minutes to kind of close out the night. So that's why we say 6 o'clock, because it sounds like they may play a little longer. We'll see how it goes, but I know they're all excited to get to town here tonight and looking forward to hosting a great show and having some fun.
Now, and like you said, there's going to be the inflatables for the kids too. So this is an all ages event.
It is an all ages.
Let's talk about what you can and can't bring to the park.
You can bring blankets, no chairs. That's really probably the big things. And then obviously our normal SRP Park policies are in place with clear bags and things of that nature. So, but we're looking forward to a great night.
Okay, it's going to be fun. So bring the
Great
whole
afternoon.
family.
That's it.
And you know what? The fun doesn't stop here because you guys always have various events. Let's talk about the return of the Dugout Theater movie night.
That's right. Haunted Mansion next week.
Boom.
Nice.
We talked about Grace. She's got her Halloween costume already. So
Okay, really? Okay.
Thursday night, we trick or treat from 5:45 to 7, basically right around when the movie starts. So if come out with your family, we have a family 4-pack. Tickets start at $6 otherwise, and it's really a tradition we started in 2020 and have continued to just kind of roll every year as our annual movie night, and we're really looking forward to it.
And you know, that was a really big thing, especially during pandemic, because you have the huge field. People could stay far enough distance from each other and still enjoy a great evening out on that. What day is that again? That's going to be
Thursday the 26th.
Thursday the 26th. Kids 3 and under get in
They're free. Yep.
Yeah, and that's also for the
For
event
both
that's
shows,
happening as well. Any other events coming up as we wrap up?
I mean, we got a lot of stuff. We're actually announcing today we're doing the 10th annual Line Drive Baseball Clinic and Canned Food Drive with our partners from Complete Game. Walk for Water is at the ballpark on November 18th.
We will be there for that.
Thanksgiving weekend is the Palmetto Peach Half Marathon 10K, 5K. And then we wrap up our big event annually is our Augie's Holiday Bazaar, which is where Santa comes out and we have 50 to 75 vendors, collect toys for tots, and that's on December 9th from 10 to 1. So that's kind of wraps up the year and we're off and running.
Really? So you've barely got anything going on?
Barely.
Yeah,
and then of course April 5th is opening day. So I mean, it's coming before we know it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's crazy to think that this year's almost over because here we are mentioning Christmas events too. So it's like, wow, where did this time go?
I think there's only 9 Saturdays till Christmas or something I saw.
Oh, well, see,
it's
now
coming
he's a
way
new
too
dad.
soon.
He's got to keep
counting,
up with that, by the way.
That's exciting. Let's talk about where people can go for tickets and information because we know we just threw a lot at our viewers right now.
We did. You can two locations. You can always go to greenjacketsbaseball.com, but for all of our events, we also have the srppark.com, which has information on the venue and then also all our events calendar for everything we have coming up.
All right, great. Flannel Fest, 90s Outfield Music Festival. Again, that's starting tomorrow. Gates opening at noon. Music starting at 1, and greenjacketsbaseball.com to get your tickets. Tom, good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And
Have a great weekend.
congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Bring the baby next time.
I thought about it. She might have cried, so we're not quite there yet.
But we have dogs coming
That's
up.
true.
Yeah. All right, shocking video released shows a suspect setting off an explosive packed inside a teddy bear. You're not going to bring that for the kid. Police worked quickly to make an arrest. Jeremy Roth has today's. Take a look at this.
Authorities in Southern California have arrested a suspect they say detonated an explosive hidden inside a teddy bear, and the whole thing was caught on camera. Newly released video shows the suspect placing the teddy bear in a parking lot. Moments later, it begins to smoke and then explodes. Thankfully, no one was reported injured, but the suspect fled the scene. San Bernardino PD officers say a subsequent investigation, review of the footage, and tips led to the arrest of a suspect and the seizure of a cache of weaponry and drugs. There's nothing cute and cuddly about that. In an instant, a Texas school bus driver became a hero after saving one of her pint-sized passengers from choking on her bus. When the child approached driver Raquel Baker in distress, she quickly realized he was choking on something. Baker sprang into action, performing the Heimlich maneuver on the boy,
telling him, breathe, baby, breathe, I got you, I got you.
Removing a quarter that had become lodged in his throat. Baker later met with the boy's mother, who was more than grateful for this hero's vigilance and quick thinking.
These are my favorites, all of them.
Finally, an ailing rescue kitten found an unlikely hero in another furry friend after coming to this Nebraska Humane Society flea-ridden, anemic, and on death's door. Quick-thinking volunteers transfused blood from this Siberian husky using the healthy dog's blood to save the cat, which is now on the mend. By the way, the dog's name is Sir Brett Michaels, yes, as in the singer from Poison, which is ironic given that this heroic husky was the antidote. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Isn't that something?
Dogs
Husky
and
helps
cats.
a kitten. Okay.
Living
Why
together.
not? And that teddy bear, why? Why? What was the point of that?
Some people. Some people.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You said you watched that Brett Michaels
Rock of Love.
That's what it
Rock
was.
of Love. What Brett Michaels is. What was that on MTV?
Something
was it MTV
like that,
or
yeah.
VH1? Okay.
Well, they weren't playing videos, so yeah, probably. All right, this weekend you'll be able to take a journey through some of the Somerville Historic District's most elegant places. The Somerville Tour of Homes, and we are live at one of the locations. That's coming up.
Plus, it's a wedding that's gone to the dogs. Literally, the 4th annual dog wedding at the 5th Street Marinas this Sunday, and we'll meet the bride and groom here on Morning Mix. You're watching Morning Mix. The Somerville Historic District has some of the loveliest and unique homes of our entire area. And this weekend, you'll be able to experience them firsthand.
That's right. It's the 46th annual Somerville Tour of Homes starting tomorrow. Tickets are still available. We're live at one of the locations now with Shay Abdon and one of our organizers. Hey, Shay.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm here in Somerville with Maggie Deloach and Monty Manners, and we are here all about the Somerville Neighborhood Association 46th Annual Tour of Homes. Just want to start off by asking, how and why did this all start?
Yeah, so Somerville Tour of Homes started 46 years ago as a historic preservation awareness fundraiser so that we can bring awareness to these beautiful homes in our neighborhood. So, and this is our 46th annual Tour of Homes. We've done it every year since then, and it's just a really good opportunity for our neighborhood to come together and share ideas about these homes and just really have a great weekend. So,
sounds like an amazing time. So overall, for people who have never experienced this, what would you say takes place during this event?
So you can buy your tickets right now at Surrey Pharmacy or Sweet Azaleas right here in Somerville, or you can buy them the day of at Sheehan's Irish Pub, and it's a walking tour, so you want to make sure you wear comfortable shoes, maybe bring an umbrella, but I hear it's supposed to be beautiful, you never know. And you travel from each house, and you get to see all the wonderful things that these homeowners have done to their homes, and you visit with your neighbors, and it's so much fun. I love doing it every year. You'll see people you haven't seen in a really long time. But what really is extravagant about it is that you see all the hard work that these homeowners put into their homes because they love them. So.
Sounds like an amazing community event, especially too. So what would you say is one of the interesting things, Monty, that people will get to see in these homes?
So one of the things I'm the most excited about is the fact that I actually live right behind my sister, Virginia Bundy, who is also on the tour. So you will get to see when you come into my home on Henry Street, you can walk down the hallway, take a peek in the closet, the original bathroom floor when this house was built in the early 20s. There's still there, and so it's kind of pretty and black and white tile. But then as you make your way back, you get to see this gorgeous Italian glass chandelier that the interior designer Mary Vincent Hager out of Charlotte put together as it leads you to my sister's home. And so I'm just really excited for people to see this little compound that we get to call home and, cherish every single day.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And already looks super beautiful just from what we're seeing here. Maggie, what would you say is the best part about putting this whole thing together?
One of the things I love about putting this together is the wide range of homes that are on the tour. We're going to have anything from a 1920s Tudor mansion that spreads over an acre lot to a brand new build that is, it recognizes a 1950s retro modern house too, and it will be on the tour for 2 years. So you'll be able to see before and after. I love the compound, as Monty said too, just because we have 3 houses together this year. So you'll be able to walk inside her house, go to her sister's, and then just go right next door to Jeff Gunnell's house. And the really cool thing this year is that we have live music at Monty's and Virginia's house too. We have several food trucks that are going to be around, and it's just a really fun time for our community, our neighborhood to get together. And people come from Aiken, they come from Atlanta, they come from Savannah just to see this tour.
That's amazing. Where can people go to find out more information if they're interested?
We have several social media outlets, our Facebook page, somervillefacebook.com, our Instagram page, and then our neighborhood association website, somervilleaugusta.com. And like I said, you can purchase your tickets now or the day of.
Awesome, thank you. Well, sounds like a great event. Back to you all.
All right, appreciate it very much, Shay. Check that out, 46th annual.
Geez, that's very popular when they're going on for this long. I really want to go too. Yeah.
Well, you should.
Maybe I will.
Well, we know somebody.
Okay. There you go.
Good weather to be doing the Somerville Tour of Homes this weekend. How are we looking out there, Emily?
Different story if it was today. Thankfully, the rainfall is going to be out of here for our weekend, but it's moving in as we speak. You can see some of that darker cloud cover over I-20 starting to move into Augusta. 58 is the temperature right now. Still reading the sun because some spots are sunny right now, but that cloud cover is starting to come into play with that rainfall, heavy rainfall. Like I said, 15 minutes out maybe for Augusta there. Some lightning, but overall, most of this is just some heavy rainfall, and we're not quite done just yet. Going to see some rainfall throughout the afternoon and possibly even into our evening, but things are clearing out overnight. Saturday's looking beautiful. Going to see temperatures in the 70s by noon, topping off in those middle 70s. Going to be sunny and 75 for the Duck Dash tomorrow and any other events that you have going on. But again, that rainfall is the story for today. Going to be in those middle 70s though for our weekend, and then the start of next week, actually a few degrees cooler than what we have been seeing. And average this time of year is in those 70s there, upper 70s actually. But things are starting off cool. We'll get back to average once we get to Thursday. But I have, there's a good boy over there just across the studio looking at me. Cliff, I'm not talking about you.
Wow.
I thought about that one for a minute.
That was good.
Emily made a new friend.
Man,
she made a new friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Emily.
Oh,
yeah, good one. Good one.
All right, since we are talking about the good little boy over there, happening this Sunday at the 5th Street Marina, it's the 4th annual dog wedding. Yes, you heard me correctly, a dog wedding. It's a good time, and it's also for a good cause. Beth Christian is with the 5th Street Marina, and she's joined by Urban Canine owner and co-host Tanya Boswell, and a couple of, a bride and a groom, too.
Yes.
Good morning, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And he's being very vocal. Right
Maybe he's just getting some jitters before the big day. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Well, he's looking at another lady right now. It's
Emily.
Right now. So this is a fun way to benefit the animals of the CSRA, but it begs the question, a dog wedding. How did this come about, Beth?
A friend of mine, she is a photographer, a pet photographer, and she had a wedding in She set it up so that she could have some promo shots for her business. And me and Rosie, we went and we crashed that dog wedding. So,
Wedding Crasher is a whole new meaning.
I mean, my last name is Christian, so Crashing Christian, that's my nickname now.
Okay.
Crashing Christian. No, that's
So
amazing.
we went to the wedding and we had a great time. It was a really fun event, and we decided we were going to take that home and bring it to 5th Street Marina, and that's what we've done. And so we've had 4 of them now. This will be our 4th wedding, so it's a good fun time.
And there's a lot happening, though, okay? It's not just the wedding. This really is a family-friendly event, okay? So this Sunday, Nosy Rosie, and you have the River Dog and Mr. Peabody here who you brought. They're
Yes.
tying the knot, if you will.
Yes.
What else will be happening?
We're going to have food vendors there. Oh, I mean, not, excuse me. We're going to have vendors that are selling their crafts, and we'll have, I'm sorry, we'll have vendors with the.
You got music that's playing too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I just went blank on it. We'll have
Vendors, craft vendors, things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun out there too, right?
Miss Jo Nash will be singing for us. We'll have a good time.
And as we said, it is a good time for a good cause. And Tanya, let's talk about the fundraiser that's being supported here with the dog wedding.
So it's Pets for Vets. It is a national organization, and what they do is they take they go to shelters, rescue dogs. They professionally train them, and then they pick vets who the dog matches with. So if the vet has like any medical problems, anxiety, coming back from the war, so it's a very good cause because 2 lives get saved. A pet's life and then the life of the veteran.
So really just a great event that you want the whole family come out to, but it's just for an even better cause too. So Tanya, you're the owner of Urban Canine, a big part of this event. Tell us a little bit about Urban Canine.
So we are a veteran-owned dog grooming, boarding, and training facility. Our groomer has 29 years experience and our trainer has 11. We are a force-free positive reinforcement training facility. And as you can see, we even dye dogs' hair and we paint their fingernails.
And the nails.
Peabody is getting the wedding jitters, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he wants to run off now.
So how do you guys choose which dogs tie the knot?
So we choose a groomer to look at all. We have people bringing in videos and pictures of all their animals, and then the groomer will choose the 2 pups that will be wed.
Okay.
That's really exciting. I feel like tears are going to be shed though too.
So this will be the 4th wedding.
4th time.
Any divorces yet?
Not yet, but we were talking about maybe doing a little divorce court later on.
Oh my goodness.
That would be so
Well,
funny.
I mean, if you want to make it legit,
Not
that's
really.
exactly what you
Not
need to
really.
do. Let's recap the info again real quick. When and where for the event?
So the wedding is this Sunday from 4 to 8 over at 5th Street Marina. The wedding will actually happen right around sunset, around 6:30 or so. But we'll have vendors out there throughout the day. We'll have food offered, and all the donations, all the food will go towards the Pets for Vets.
All right, great. All right. Beth, Tanya, Nosy Rosie, Mr. Peabody?
I think I have the jitters as well, because
No, you're amazing. No, what you guys are doing are great, and we appreciate you coming on the show. It's going to be a fun time. And good luck to the 2 lucky ones right here.
Definitely.
I don't know if one is that excited and one is just hanging out.
Rosie is just sitting there
She's going with the flow. She's
her eyes are rolling right now. This is who I'm going to marry right now?
Okay, thank you, ladies. Well, we're not done. There's still more to talk about after the break. We're bringing the latest on entertainment news here on Morning Mix. Don't go anywhere.
On to entertainment news now, and sad news. Hollywood mourning the death of Rocky actor Burt Young. His daughter told the New York Times that Young passed away earlier this month. The cause of death is not yet known. Some of Young's early roles included appearances in the TV shows MASH and Little House on the Prairie, as well as the classic film Chinatown. But he's most known for his role in the Rocky movie franchise.
He played Paulie, who is a good friend and brother-in-law to Sylvester Stallone's Rocky. Young earned a Best Supporting Actor Academy Award nomination for his performance. Stallone paid tribute to Young on social media Wednesday, calling him a dear friend and an incredible man and artist. Burt Young was 83 years old.
Really good actor. I mean, I almost want to say he was almost typecast in the role as Paulie, but he had a wide range. Hate to see him go. Really good actor on that.
Oh, man, I feel like it's just been one after the other when it comes to our celebrities and our actors recently. Really sad. Okay, listen to this. The Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists is asking actors to ditch certain Halloween costumes this year while staying in solidarity with the strike.
The Actors Union is recommending actors choose costumes inspired by generic characters or ones from an animated television show. The group also suggested actors not post pictures of costumes inspired by striking content to social media in order to not give the studios extra publicity. SAG-AFTRA said they want to send a message to their employers they will not promote their content without a fair contract. I'm guessing that means no Barbie and Ken for the actors this Halloween.
That's really interesting. Yeah, you'd really have to think your costume hard if that's what you're going to choose.
Well, I mean, it's like if you're going to be Chris Pratt, you would go as Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy because you already have the costume.
Animated.
But yeah, got to be animated instead.
Okay, so we'll just have to see then, our trick-or-treaters this year, what they do. Listen to this. Well, she's not just a girl anymore. Gwen Stefani has been immortalized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with her own star now. The Hollaback Girl singer accepted the honor Thursday, flanked by husband Blake Shelton and her 3 sons.
With multiple hits that set the soundtrack for the late 90s and 2000s, there's no doubt Stefani's star is overdue. That's something nice to have under her feet as she walks into spider webs.
Oh my goodness. I actually just watched a video that popped up and Blake Shelton was giving her a nice speech. It was really sweet. And of course, she's just crying. Do you know they have a home in Oklahoma?
Really?
Yeah, they moved in Oklahoma. Yeah, very, very south Oklahoma. I didn't know that, so I thought that was really interesting. Of all places.
You know, I mean,
Oklahoma.
when they first announced that they were dating, that just shocked the entertainment world. Everybody was just like, really? Blake Shelton? Gwen Stefani?
They've been together a while now.
They have, yeah.
So,
they've lasted longer than most entertainment relationships.
that's true. Congrats to Gwen. Okay, she deserves it. Hollaback Girl. That's a classic. That just takes me back.
Yep.
Listen to this. Bad Bunny announces a new tour finally. Plus, Jeffrey Wright, Issa Rae, and Tracee Ellis Ross star in the new film American Fiction. Danya Backus has your eye on entertainment.
A week after announcing his new album, Bad Bunny has announced his 2024 tour. The Most Wanted tour is said to be for his Day One fans and will hone in on the Puerto Rican star's trap music roots. With 47 shows, the tour kicks off February 21st in Salt Lake City, Utah. To help block bots and scalpers, fans are being asked to register now until October 22nd ahead of tickets going on sale. Once registration closes, fans will be randomly selected to receive a code for access to ticket sales. The MTV Europe Music Awards have been canceled due to the Israel-Hamas war. The event had been scheduled for November 5th in Paris. A company spokesperson said it is a moment of mourning and that the decision was made out of an abundance of caution for the thousands who would have traveled from around the world to bring the show to life. MTV said the EMAs would return in November 2024. A frustrated novelist writes a book that propels him to the heart of hypocrisy in the new film, American Fiction.
Monk, your books are good, but they're not popular. Editors, they want a black book.
They have a black book. I'm black, and it's my book.
You know what I mean.
Jeffrey Wright stars as Monk, an author who is tired of the establishment profiting from black entertainment that relies on offensive tropes. He uses an alias to write an outlandish book and soon profits from the madness he claims to hate. American Fiction, which also stars Issa Rae, Tracee Ellis Ross, and Sterling K. Brown, comes to theaters in December.
Welcome to the show.
And tonight, The Price is Right at Night returns with sons and daughters playing alongside their mothers-in-law. Watch a new Price is Right at Night, followed by Raid the Cage on CBS or streaming on Paramount+. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Okay, American Fiction, Jeffrey Wright, amazing actor. I do not think he has done his best work yet, so maybe this is right up there with it.
Ooh, so this could be the one is what you're saying.
I'm calling it
It seems interesting. It has a great cast, too.
Yeah, it really does.
Tracee Ellis Ross, yeah, I like her and Issa Rae. Okay, great ladies in the entertainment. And my guy, Bad Bunny, coming on strong. I mean, I'm not surprised because he had a tour not too long ago. My cousin actually went to that one.
Right.
He puts on a good performance. You know, he's at the top right now, Latin artist. I mean, so congratulations to him.
He is hosting and musical guest for Saturday Night Live tomorrow night as well. So pulling double duty on that.
Okay, I'm going to buy my tickets, that's for sure.
All right, we are wrapping up our Friday morning mix, but not before we call out your answers to our social question. How many times do you hit the snooze button?
A lot, especially if you work super early, okay? Plus, I got a quote to get your day started. That's next.
Do you have a business, event, or charity that you'd like to feature on Morning Mix? Let us know. Head to WRDW.com/Morning Mix to make your submission today.
All right, thanks for joining us here today. Want to remind you again about the Augusta Duck Dash that will be happening tomorrow at the Savannah Rapids Pavilion. All great fun for a great cause. You can buy a duck and possibly win a lot of prizes. Fruit. Check that out.
Exactly.
You're going to be down there for a little
Yeah, a
bit.
lot of us will be there. So starts at 10 o'clock, so we hope to see you there.
All right. Let's check out answers to our social question this morning. How many times do you hit the snooze button? Oh, this ought to be interesting. Jim, hi, Jim. Weird, but my body clock almost always wakes me in time. When I do set an alarm, probably twice.
All right, Connie, never. Lucky to be basically retired.
Okay, that means you're not even setting the clock. Jovan is 0 in the last 10 months. I'm just trying to stop that altogether. Okay.
Okay, I like that. Oh, you can delete the option to snooze. I didn't know that. John, we're retired, so never.
Okay, Francis also 0. Don't set an alarm. Lisa's going way too many.
Okay, Barbara, I'm retired, never.
Sylvia, none. I don't set an alarm. I get up at least 7 every day, and the dogs go out at 7:30. Well, glad you're up early enough to join us.
Yeah, Cora, at least 3 times. I'm with you, Cora.
Okay, Melissa, my husband got up an hour before more than me. I could get ready for work in 15 minutes. Those who can.
That sounds like my mom. She works in the hospital, so she just, you know, you have to change your scrubs when you get there. Anyway, Kathy Jack saying, Kathy at least once. Jack, I don't because Kathy is always up before me. Okay.
I'm a little
Everyone
surprised
has
with these
a
numbers.
routine there. Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with this quote before the weekend. This says, not only do I think being nice and kind is easy, but being kind, in my opinion, is important. The Rock said that.
I would tend to agree with that, yes.
Yes, be kind.
Be nice. It's important, especially this weekend, guys.
Yes.
Have a great one.
Enjoy.
We'll see you Monday.
That's right. Have a good weekend. Enjoy and be kind.